When given this module brief, I knew I wanted to gain experience in the fashion industry, although I knew I would also like to teach and create my own business. After emailing a series of fashion photographers, I wasn't getting anywhere. I finally heard back from one photographer, however he hasn't any work at the moment but said he would keep me in mind. At this point, I thought I wasn't going to gain any work experience. However, back in March, I was commissioned by a family member to photograph her 30th birthday party. There I set up a pop-up photo booth. I created a photo booth using white background and happy birthday bunting. I also gained a series of props and made a sign to inform all the guests that this was a photo booth. The evening was a lot of fun but had its challenges. I was challenged by working out how to evenly light a group of people, along with directing a group of people while trying to make it an enjoyable evening. I got an amazing opportunity to photograph in the photographer's pit at London Fashion Weekend on behalf of Canon. During my time at London Fashion Weekend, I was given the chance to photograph 2 catwalk shows. Canon gave a small brief on how to photograph a catwalk, telling us which camera settings would suit best, and told us to think wisely about where we wanted to stand, as this would be where I would be situated throughout the show. This was the most amazing experience I have ever been part of, and has made me realise that fashion is the industry I want to work with. However, from this experience I learned that I always need to be on the ball. As with a catwalk show, if you miss a shot, you've missed it. This happened with me, but fortunately I wasn't under that pressure. However, I still came away with some amazing photographs and the experience which I can put into practice. During Easter, I received an email from the Senior Lecturer of Fashion at Coventry University asking if I would like the opportunity to photograph the third year students' work for the degree show. I worked with the third years for 2 consecutive days photographing their work. The first day was more of a challenge than the other, as I needed to make sure that my lighting was set up correctly. Fortunately for myself, I have always felt comfortable when using the lighting kits. I was also in a studio I hadn't used before, however getting used to a studio is easy once everything is set up. The only other time I had worked with strangers was when I worked with the second year fashion students when commissioned to create a poster for the Clothes Show Live 2012. However, that was 7 months ago and this had added pressure. The fashion students arranged their own models, which made the day run very smoothly, as they had all decided to use the same model. It made the transition between outfits a lot quicker. Throughout the day, my confidence grew with giving the model direction and not being afraid to try something new. On the second day of the degree show, I felt a lot more confident on set and could tell I had learnt a lot more from the day before. I was working with 2 different models today and it was fantastic working with both of them, along with meeting the fashion students. Today I felt like more of a professional, as I really felt confident and like I knew what I was doing without any doubt. After producing the work for the degree show, I received an email saying that the Senior Lecturer of Fashion wanted the outfits reshooting for the lookbook. On this shoot, Angela, the Senior Lecturer, sat in, which was great. She made the outfits look amazing and that there was no messing around between the outfits. For this shoot, Angela had hired 2 professional models who knew what they were doing. It also gave me some diversity with my portfolio, as I got to shoot a male model. From this shoot, it's going to be made into a lookbook. I feel very lucky to have been given this opportunity, as my name is now going to be displayed in this lookbook. As I had an interest in teaching, Caroline Millay gave me the opportunity to be a student mentor. I didn't really know what to expect, but I made a lesson plan as to what I needed to do while in the lesson, just to give myself some structure. My first Friday of mentoring involved me inducting the first years on the studio. I felt I was very suited for this role, as I have now had a lot of experience in the studio and I can relate to the first years, as I was one of them just a year ago. Not only was I giving my knowledge, I also learnt a lot through their sessions. As some of the equipment I was introducing I didn't know how to use myself. This is when Caroline took over and I started to expand my knowledge. On my second session, I was out using the location lighting with the first years. During this session, I was there more to observe, as the students seemed to pick up on it so quickly, which gave me a light of joy as I had taught some of those students how to use the equipment. This is something I would love to carry on as it gives me a great feeling when passing on my knowledge. From being a student mentor, I was also able to gain myself an assistant for one of my upcoming shoots. This upcoming shoot was headshots for a third year who wanted photographs for her applications. Creating these headshots was just a great way to see a happy client leave the studio who also had great words to say about working with me. #PicBod, our Picturing the Body module, took a whole new life when I was asked to be marketing team leader for the PicBod exhibition. Going into this role, I didn't really have any previous experience, but I knew it needed a lot of attention, and working in the team I wanted to be the best. We took charge of creating posters and flyers along with advertising on social networking sites, such as creating an event on Facebook and tweeting about #PicBod exhibition. We also created special email invitations for important people who we wanted to see at the exhibition. Along with advertising these ways, we were also able to get some airtime with free radio. I also took part in the fundraising for the exhibition by helping out with a cake sale. As we enjoyed #PicBod so much, we have decided with some of the remote students that we are moving the exhibition to Spain, #PicBod Santander. I have been part of some of the meetings which have involved discussing who is going over to Spain and how we are going to get the students' work over to the exhibition. I have learnt so much from the exhibition, and I feel that if I ever got the chance to be part of marketing for another exhibition, I feel I would do a better job as I would understand the importance of this role. Since gaining all this work experience and producing work with the fashion students, I have been offered others, such as Jenny Swerdlow clothing line, along with shooting the full collection of the fashion students. Not only do I have these opportunities lined up, I have also been asked to photograph a wedding in October, and I've been invited to Berlin Fashion Week in the new year.